You know when you watch the trailer for a movie, and the first line is always, "in a world." You know, I look at these students and I think, someday, one of these students is going to be a campaign manager on a Democratic governor's race, and another one's going to be a campaign manager on a Republican governor's race. In a world, it's the first paragraph of your campaign plan, which should suck me, the reader, into the idea of what you're trying to do. What if we brought together top-notch Democratic and Republican political operatives to do joint trainings and bring back civil discourse? The idea of why is this urgent? Why is your candidate the superhero or superheroine who's going to save us from whatever ills we have, right? And so we came up with this vision of a campaign training that didn't just teach young people how campaigns are, but help them to conceptualize how campaigns could be.
One of the beauties of American democracy, we have a ton of elections.
We don't have an on-year election cycle anymore. It's always campaign season.
So far, just hearing the personal stories about what some of the presenters have had to go through.
They sent me to Iowa in December.
My first political job was with the Republican Party of Texas in 2004.
I actually worked for former Governor Ann Richards in 1994. She was my first campaign.
You just have to be willing to go and do.
Today's seminar, which was the Finance Committee, how to attract donors.
I personally believe that the most important thing in any campaign is the fundraising. Campaigns are all about math.
The most important part of this job to me is creativity.
This game is about blocking and tackling.
Rob Johnson was saying it's all about blocking and tackling.
You don't do this because it's cool. You do this because you believe in something and you want to change the world.
Tunisia is the first country that got that started the Arab Spring. When I went and asked one of the mentors that we have here, how do I apply this to my country, and he gave me like great insight.
I think the best part is just getting to be around people that care about what you care about.
Me networking with these people, these individuals, the speakers, the mentors, are all helping me to become who I want to be.
Never forget that an election is about the voters and not about you.
People come first. But part of winning a campaign is connecting emotionally to your audience.
You cannot separate the website from social media, from email, from online fundraising. The first thing is to define your target.
You start with an idea and a candidate.
We want to build the campaign around these issues because we've polled it, we know it's going to work. The bigger the race, the more people you have to persuade. The smaller a race, the more people you have to turn out.
How many votes do I need to win? Where do they live? How do I reach them? And how much does that cost?
There's not a lot of people that do this. So if you start really crushing it, you're always going to have a job offer. For your simulations, Emily has emailed you data for House District 107.
Yeah, so 79 to 8,000 votes is what we need to get.
We're down 8,100.
So if we can help mobilize them to vote, then we have a really good shot.
A lot of campaigns schools have been a part of. Put them in a room for 12 hours, and then they go home and they come back for another 12 hours of just nonstop presentations. And the ability to learn and do is crucial.
That's 9,000, half of this. We're on 30,000, we win.
So you need to start inward and grow outward.
It's nice to be able to try and apply what we've learned and try and figure out how you actually go about doing this.
How much would it cost for us to do this?
Like we've noticed, they're wanting to cut budgets.
So that's why we should stick to protecting our kids by defending the economy.
We're condensing months and maybe years of planning and working in these 3 days. It's intense.
So, you have questions about the data?
Everyone's just sitting down and working on their campaign. You know, the different trainers are coming around, and they were putting in just as much effort and as thought and help as we were trying to put into our campaign plans themselves.
So a male piece is a touch, another male piece is a touch.
The other thing, don't forget, is to look at Chris Perkins polling data.
Office hours are over, and they're like, we're going to the Student Center for another 2 hours to finish this project. And that's the hunger and the desire to be a part of campaigns that people like me are looking for to hire.
So this is the part that we're most excited about.
My favorite moment was actually presenting with my group.
Our main focus is going to be to get out the vote.
We'll begin with the July 4th kickoff event.
So we're trying to win. We're trying to win big. You have students doing Facebook pages, Wikipedia pages, mail pieces. And
we're going to use mail, phone, and definitely face-to-face.
They're being super creative because they've been given the access to be creative.
We're going to target independents and swing voters.
We ballparked at $250,000 would be our goal.
And we have to present surplus in case. Thank you.
The best way for me to describe it is eye-opening.
Campaign Bootcamp is an amazingly valuable tool.
You have really heard from some fantastic people today.
How do I get a job in politics? Well, you come to stuff like this, you meet folks like us.
And whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, just have the attitude that no job is too small.
If we believe that democracy is the best form of government, we ought to be invested in making that democracy stronger. And the only way to do that is if everybody gets in the game.